Hey guys, how's it going? Chris Chen here with Project Relaxed. I'm driving to LA right now for a work event. Right now it's January 22nd, 2015. Okay, so a lot of time has gone by since I made a video. I've been really busy. Started off a couple weeks ago in 2015. I was really sick. I had the flu, and that was super painful. During that time, I think one of my mistakes was I was too busy and I was really productive. I made a bunch of blog posts. I was just coming off 2015 from doing a bunch of projects and a bunch of name paintings. And I think I pushed myself too hard. I didn't have enough time to recover and I got sick. So at first I thought it really sucked, but actually turned out to be a gift. Yeah, when I was sick, basically, I took a break from all work, from all client work. I told my client, hey, I have a flu right now, I'm not going to work. I didn't do any blogging or sketching or anything like that. I just rested as much as I could. And I actually spent a lot of time with my mom, and I got a lot closer to her. She took me to a doctor, and one of the things the doctor told me was to get more sunshine. And I ended up going for a lot of walks with my mom, doing some hiking, getting some fresh air. And it was just really cool to just not work, be present in the moment, and spend some time with, my family. It's been such a long time since, I was able to spend an extended period of time just hanging out with my mom, and that was, I feel like I haven't done that since I was in when I was 3 years old or something. I don't think I've ever done something like that before. I'm always work, work, work. And, I really cherished that period of time when I was sick. But I hope that I don't need to wait until I'm sick to spend time with friends and family. Hopefully I can make more time in my schedule and make it a priority, a top priority to spend time with family and friends, when I'm healthy. So another thing I wanted to talk about was, I got really angry with a client a couple weeks ago, and it was just an internal and external struggle. I struggled a lot with it. Even now, I can't quite pinpoint it. And it was mainly because I was charging low rates. They weren't paying me on time. And, I just grew really impatient with myself. And I was really resentful to the fact that, I was working for this client. I think over the weekend, I received an email, and that got me really upset for the entire weekend. And I waited until Monday to talk with this client. And, it was super stressful. However, the gift I think that came out of it was I restructured my website because I wanted to target more high-end clients, and just change my demographic client base. In 2014, my goal was to get as many projects and do as many illustrations as possible. In 2015, I feel like I want to have a work lifestyle that is more suitable and which I'm happier with. I wanted to just get a lot of experience in 2015, and in 2014, last year, this year, I want to try to make a more sustainable work lifestyle I'm happy with, and I work with clients that make me happy, and I get paid a rate that I'm happy with as well. One of the things my friend Jonathan told me was to make myself an authority in my business. In my name painting business, I set the rules really clearly. I have a real clear shop policy. Unfortunately, for my freelance, I actually didn't have any contracts or service agreements or shop policies at all, and that proved to be a pretty big mistake. I feel like I was probably mostly mad at myself for not taking other people's advice to create contracts for every client. And now it's something I feel like I should do, and it makes me more comfortable, and I would feel more professional as well. Next, another topic I want to talk about was my ex-girlfriend. I talked about this ex-girlfriend who dumped me a couple of times in my previous videos. I mentioned her a couple of times. It was kind of rough. and I couldn't seem to get over her or let her go. And I saw a data healer and asked her about this girl, and she did some stuff. I think it was like a respect thing. I'm not really sure, but whatever. But actually, after I did my healing that night, that ex-girlfriend responded to an email, and she messaged me, and I was just really, really surprised. I've been trying to contact her for like over a year, not over a year, for like several months, and that was like the first time she ever responded to one of my messages. So yeah, it felt like a miracle. I was so shocked that I waited, several days to finally email her back, and I even talked to her on the phone, and it was just so crazy, I couldn't believe it. And actually, just a couple of days ago, I saw her in person at a volunteer event, and it was pretty cool. We got to kind of talk things out, and come to an understanding, and now, we're friends, and I talk to her regularly, and it's pretty cool, I just view it as a miracle. I think it's pretty amazing, I think a couple of months ago, I was really coming from a place of neediness, like, oh shoot, I need to have this girl back in my life, I feel so desperate, but now I feel like I come from a place of independence, like, hey, this is a pretty cool girl, I like her, but I don't feel as needy and as desperate. I feel like I'm independent. So it's pretty cool. It's like I've been able to change and grow during this time, even though it was super fucking hard, And yeah, it's pretty interesting. So it's like the same person, but our relationship, or my relationship with myself at least, is completely different, and it's pretty cool. Lastly, I want to talk about being able to rule my own world, or make my own rules for my own life. Recently, I've had a client request me for a work event, but I think they kind of flaked, and what's annoying is that I have other clients who wanted me to work with them, and I have a lot of name painting stuff too, and I realized the reason why I'm so stressed out is because I feel like I have too much work and too much clients. And I said to myself, Chris, you're a fucking idiot. That's that's a good thing, I was stressing out because I felt like I had too much stuff to do. And what I recently realized was that I can set my own rules and my own boundaries and my own work schedule. I have so many clients and so many choices, I don't have to choose them all. I guess before I felt an obligation, like I have to work with every single client and do everything I need, However, what I'm discovering for myself recently is I don't need to come from that place of desperation and neediness. I can set my own rules. I can choose which clients I want to take. I get to set my own policies and stuff. And that's actually what I kind of do for my name painting parties, and even for my name painting. A lot of times, if it doesn't fit in my schedule, I'll say, hey, I can't work that event. I can't do it. Sorry. If it's not a suitable job for me, I'd refer them to another name painter. For my freelance theme park work, I think I want to try to do the same thing. I want to be able to choose which clients I want to work with, and definitely it comes from a place of, I don't know, maybe generosity. I want the client to have their best fit, I want to be generous to myself. I want to give myself a generous amount of time to do what I need to do. And yeah, Also, another thing, recently started working on Project Life Coach with Jonathan again, and it's pretty cool getting into it. This season 3 seems like it's going to be a little bit different though, because we're focusing on getting more subscribers, making more educational content. The only drawback is, I guess I'm feeling a little bit tense. Maybe we're both feeling a little bit tense because instead of just vlogging, it feels like more work. And definitely that's something I want to keep in mind. I want to make sure it's fun. I want to make sure to keep it fun and relaxed. And this is something I just do for fun. I need to be cognizant that the moment I turn it into work, I want it to be successful, but I don't want it to feel like an obligation. So I think it's a fine balance that I need to be aware of. I hope everything goes well. I kind of feel like whether or not it's Project Relaxed or Project Joy or whatever, I don't really think it's the word after project that makes a difference. It's the fact that I blog, every once in a while. That's really important. Just blog and talk about how I'm doing, and that's pretty important, it's like a diary. Alright, man. Yeah, good vlogging today. Bye.